Alright, this is my Saiga 12. It is an SDS Lynx 12. It's a 12 gauge semi-auto shotgun based on the AK variant. So what we're going to be doing today is replacing the foregrip with a new foregrip that allows to add additional sights, such as this simple low-cost red dot reflex sight. This also has a laser on it. We'll get to it here in a little bit. Essentially today what we're going to be doing is taking this off, putting this on, and then replacing it and upgrading the top rail with a longer rail. Just because personal preference. I like having more flexibility. So this longer part's going to slide over the back sight and it's going to fit right over it. So first, before we do anything, of course, you always need to make sure your gun is safe. So take your magazine out. Bolt open. As you can see, there's nothing in it. We are clear. We're good to go. Alright, so to disassemble this, it's pretty simple. What you want to do is on the bottom of this, there is a tiny screw right here. It's not too tiny, but it's there. So we want to unscrew that tiny screw. At first, it's got some grip to it. Once it gets to this point where it just kind of spins on its own, you're in a much better place. So that's it. That's a tiny screw that pretty much holds it on. From here, you just kind of got to manhandle it. This part slides basically, if you're looking at it this way, down and forward. So start at the front, this part, pull up. For my view, it's pull up. For you, it would be pull down. Like I said, you got to manhandle it. It's just tough and it fights you. Once it gets this far, you just slide it forward. And it's going to want to slide along the barrel. You just tell it to stop and pull it off. Ta-da! It's not too bad. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. So we don't need this anymore. So now we got to put on this new one. And this is Saiga 12 Tactical Quad Rail. And it came with some tools. It also came with some screws. I can't see those. There you go. Came with some screws, but we're going to put those aside because I know I'm going to lose them otherwise. So this rail here, there are 4 screws. There, and there. Basically, you just need to undo those. So bear with me while I go ahead and unscrew those. Bottom portion. There we go. So there's the 4 screws, and then you just slide it off, just like that. Perfect. Then, let me see. I had this backwards, so you know it's supposed to go like this. Okay. The long portion goes right over the sights right there. All right, and then there's a little screw hole right here. It matches up with that. So you can put this right on the way you found it. Now, one thing that's interesting is this one had a lip. This one does not have a lip. Let's see if it just fits right on or if there's some sort of special fancy thing about this. Nope, nothing fancy. Sits right on there. That's kind of interesting. I don't know if you're supposed to put this screw on first. I'm going to go ahead and put the screw on now, just kind of get it in place. Maybe. Doesn't seem like that screw wants to fit in too well. So I guess we will not screw that on. Or we could use the screw that came with that. Ta-da! Now, the tricky part is how to get this screw off this piece. That is the tricky part. How do we get the screw off this piece of junk piece? I don't know. You know, we'll probably come back to that. But this screw will fit. It's more than long enough. It's starting to screw in just fine. So, use the screw they gave you, because that'll make your life easier. But we're not going to do that for now. For now, we're just going to continue getting this set up. So once that's on, just line it back up. Actually, it doesn't slide on like I originally thought. So let's see if we can figure this easy way to put this on. It's kind of a tough kind of challenge here. You gotta balance it on there just right and thread this on. I'm kind of doing it blind myself. I thought this might be easier. I guess I was wrong. See if we can get one started. That one looks good. Set up the next one. There might be a slight danger that I'm cross-threading this. I am not planning to take it off. Oh, hey, look at that. If you don't bleed on it, it's not worth doing. Wow, I'm bleeding all over it. Ta-da! And that is how you put on a rail. It should have been much simpler than that. I cut myself on a very sharp piece of metal somewhere. I guess the metal is a little sharp. That's not like super sharp. I guess that's what I have for having paper thin skin, I guess. I don't know. We'll put a band-aid on that, we'll be good to go. But from here, you put on scopes. You slide these on. Maybe. You can. I just don't want to bleed on everything again. Well, you can. You can put those on. It comes with these to cover it up, give it a better feel, less sharp edges. I'm planning to upgrade this rail here with a longer rail. So I'll be doing that next.